Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Nikos, and today we'll be going over the bottom of the Minecraft Iceberg. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop the video a like and a comment, and do the subscribe and bell thing to let me know that you want to see more from this Minecraft Iceberg. Special thanks to the patrons and channel members, y'all are the best. Starting in Minecraft 1.9, players could respawn the Ender Dragon by placing 4 end crystals around the Bedrock fountain in the end that spawns when you kill the dragon. But before this update, the dragon could only be killed once per world. That is, unless you perform a little witchcraft. You can either delete the end world file, which of course clears and erases all your end world's data, or you can open the NBT Explorer and do a little hacking. Or you could use a summon command if you had cheats on. Whatever works for you. The Basalt deltas are a beautifully harrowing biome. Produced by volcanic activity, this pillared landscape is drenched in a heavy, ashen fog. Players began noticing that the sound of Geiger counters clicking could be heard whenever they entered Basalt deltas. Geiger counters are tools that emit clicking sounds when in the presence of radiation, and click faster the more dangerous the source of radiation is. These clicking sounds have generated many fan theories. Some suggest that it is because active volcanoes and magma that spews from them are highly radioactive. Others have created more elaborate theories, wondering if an old human civilization committed nuclear experiments, or possibly worse, nuclear war, and the Basalt Delta's radioactive remnants are all that are left to remember them by. This would explain why Minecraft is such a lonely game, after all. Perhaps it is post-apocalypse, and the Basalt Deltas are the remnants of a nuclear war. What you are hearing right now is a cut Minecraft song, clocking in at a whopping 3 minutes and 13 seconds. What's interesting about this track is that the original soundtrack composer for Minecraft, C418, didn't produce this track. Notch created this techno-inspired track to be included in the Alpha 1.1.1 version of Minecraft on September 18th, 2010, before it was cut in the following update, Alpha 1.1.2. It features Notch saying Mojang specifications in slow motion. This was the old name that Mojang went by. Before Minecraft released the Caves and Cliffs update, which dropped the bedrock level significantly, all layers of bedrock were the exact same between worlds in the Java edition of Minecraft. In Minecraft Bedrock, only the bedrock ceilings of the Nether were identical between worlds. This is strange considering that because of Minecraft's procedural random generation, you would think that, at least in the Java edition, that bedrock would randomly generate as well. But it is constant across every world, despite how random the rest of the biomes and nature and world generation are. This theory was produced by a user on Planet Minecraft, which proposes that villagers that are far too greedy for emeralds end up turning mad and become twisted, with, I guess, their souls and moral compass being completely corrupted. These greedy villagers end up becoming pillagers, who are incredibly aggressive and violent towards the player and other villagers, possibly in the pursuit of more wealth and monetary gain. Death Island is just a term that refers to an old bug from Minecraft InDev, where players would be spawned in midair, which would lead them to plummet to their death if there wasn't water below them. This only happened if they happened to set their map generation setting to floating or deep. Back then, players would also be spawned within a house in Minecraft InDev, which was a 7x7x4 wooden or mossy cobblestone structure. Unfortunately, in these world settings, floating or deep like I mentioned, the house wouldn't spawn due to the world generator not knowing how to. In 2009, Notch accidentally inverted the pig model, resulting in this gray, untextured prototype model of a creeper. Notch mentioned that it looked creepy after animating it, and said, "I'll keep it for a creepy creature." This was the first version of the creeper, which we would eventually see turned green and given purpose within the game. While the name of this entry is kinda scary, this only refers to an old Minecraft ambient sound that would loop in an early version of Minecraft from 2009. Birdsong would have filled the forest back then. And obviously that wouldn't really fit in the current version of Minecraft, as there are actual bird mobs in the form of parrots now. In the 2020 April Fool's Snapshot, Snapshot 20W14 Infinite overhauled Minecraft with absurd world generation and all sorts of new surreal blocks and items. Within the update are 42 secret dimensions that require codes to enter. Around the same time, a developer at Mojang, BOQ, set up a streaming audio server which emitted some freaky sounding audio, including beeping, static, and what sounds like short radio conversations.
6, 7, 8, 9, 0.
You can actually visit this server today if you input it into the URL search bar of your favorite browser, where the audio file is named air.ogg. Users decoded the sounds using slow scan television imagery methods. Basically, using a special program that converted the audio into an image of a secret message written on notebook paper. The message read, "This is a very long phrase that hopefully is not in any dictionary." Using this code allows users to enter the secret 43rd dimension, which holds secrets and references to Jurassic Park and 2010 Odyssey 2, a science fiction novel. Alpha leaves are glitched leave blocks that are native to the ancient Anarchy server known as 2B2T. They are an oddity, where some leaf items end up being glitched with these missing pink and black textures. The explanation for this that most people follow is that because 2B2T has been around for such a long period of time, alpha leaves are what remain of the old leaf block before spruce and birch trees were added to the game, which caused the old leaves that players had in chests and within their inventories to become obsolete and bear this empty, glitched texture. Despite this explanation, it is currently impossible to obtain this glitched leaf block in-game by using current means. They are a strange phenomenon, exclusively native to 2B2T it seems. Alpha slabs are also a big deal in 2B2T, as yet another rare and Easter egg glitched item. In beta versions in Minecraft, there was a bug where wooden slabs would be treated as stone blocks. They couldn't burn in fire and needed a pickaxe to break quickly. These slabs upon recent updates have become separate items to new wooden slabs, having the same blank texture of alpha leaves. Now, in my own experiments for this, between the alpha leaves and the alpha slabs, I have found that while I could glitch the world generation between certain updates in the game when new leaf and wood types were added, the wooden slabs just became two separate wooden slabs within the inventory. Some people say they're called petrified oak slabs for the slabs case, but I can't really see that. They're just two different wooden slabs. It's really weird to have both items in game. The theory that guardians are sentient conduits is pretty strange, and supposes that the conduit block, which behaves similarly to a beacon by providing water-breathing buffs to players underwater, is somehow closely related to guardians, or maybe that guardians are living conduits. Conduits attack enemies with ranged attacks, which is very similar to guardians' main method of attack. Players also need to surround conduits with prismarine, in a sense making it look and behave very similarly to these guardians, which are a core, or eye, made out of prismarine. Could guardians be living, hostile forms of conduits, almost like machines meant to hunt? I mean, both conduits and guardians use ranged attacks, they're both surrounded by prismarine, and they're both linked to aquatic environments. It is possible. There is a bug where you can generate more than one bonus chest in a single world. All you gotta do is close Minecraft while it generates a new world with bonus chests enabled. Each time you do so, it will generate an additional bonus chest. While this only applies to Java editions currently, on Legacy console editions, every time you log back into a bonus chest world, you could endlessly create bonus chests every single time you log back in. This is a really weird exploit, and fortunately it's not that game breaking. Steve is an amnesiac. This theory is way out there. Because Steve, Alex, or any player character hears cave noises, they must have amnesia, which means that they have lost their memories. This sounds pretty tinfoil hat-esque, but just hear me out. A side effect to amnesia includes auditory hallucinations, which explains why they hear these cave noises at random points within the game. Additionally, the player character doesn't have any memory whatsoever, and also doesn't know where anything is by memory. Only the player does. I guess you could explain this whole part in that you are the player playing the game, not the other way around, but it is an interesting theory that many users online have actually come up with. Item shadowing is a pretty strange exploiter bug. Now, using redstone black magic trickery, which sadly I don't have enough time to explain, but it does involve redstone comparators and abusing block update techniques, you can actually place shadow items into a chest, which essentially duplicates an item or a stack of items between your inventory and a chest, but the shadow item is fake. I know that sounds weird, but it allows you to grab one item from more than one location. Put simply, it opens up wireless transfer, so you can pick up things from chests or other locations from your inventory. It's pretty mind-boggling. What if Minecraft's world hasn't always been a habitable planet? Suppose that the Minecraft world was once a large star, similar in size and mass to our sun, but had since died out and had cooled into a massive rocky planet. There are some clues that could make this theory possible. Both the moon and sun in Minecraft rise and set in the same path. This obviously wouldn't be seen in a normal planet that revolves around a star and has its own moon orbiting around it. Perhaps the Minecraft world is so large that the moon and sun revolve around it, which would mean that the Minecraft world, which is already larger than the Earth, is, according to scale, was likely the original sun in the Minecraft galaxy, while the original Earth-like planet has since become a star. This theory is from YouTuber Spumwack, and it proposes that the original Minecraft world's sun died out, and the people of Minecraft were forced to ignite their planet into a star and inhabit the large planet that used to be their sun, seeding it with life and vegetation. Old smelting method. In Minecraft version 0.31 in dev, smelting was implemented. Though it was a little different than the smelting you or I know today. You actually had to throw your ores and raw materials into lava or fire to refine them into ingots. Crazy. The 1K and 24H edition. This Minecraft Snapshot was released in celebration of 1,000 sales of Minecraft Alpha in only 24 hours. It released in July of 2010. The main menu splash was changed to reflect this event, and only a single bug was fixed in this update. Redstone in Minecraft Pocket Edition was, for a little while in the early days, useless. Instead, players made contraptions and devices using blocks affected by physics, such as falling sand, flowing water streams, breaking torches, signs, and more as a replacement for redstone. It's very interesting to see some of these old advanced mechanisms made completely without redstone, until of course, redstone would be updated and given more purpose. As seen in Minecraft story mode, there is a much fiercer enemy than the Wither Storm. Okay, it's not canon to actual Minecraft, but imagine for a moment that the Wither is actually not complete, not at full strength, when built from soul sand and 3 Wither skulls. Perhaps there's another recipe to unleash the end times. Maybe a perfect Wither is what destroyed humanity and left the Minecraft world barren and abandoned. Although I'm still kind of leaning more the nuclear war route, mostly because I just want it to be kind of like Fallout, I guess. In the early days of Minecraft Pocket Edition, there are seeds that could be used to generate craters and holes in the world. Players actually sought after these seeds because back then caves weren't added into the game yet, so this was as close as players were going to get to them back then. The Iceberg creator lists the Porsche seed, which offers a massive, deep crater with a lava flow, a lake, and tall cliff walls. It's actually shocking to see that there were seeds in the old Minecraft Pocket Edition update that were sought after just for having a big hole in them, considering there are so many of them in Minecraft nowadays. Wow, those were the days. Stronghold debug glass towers. Oh man, I remember these when I was younger. Back in the pre-release beta 1.9 pre-release 3, the Stronghold generated with these tall, glass towers that rose upwards into the sky, and dipped all the way down to both the portal room and entrance of each stronghold. These were meant as debug objects that allowed the developers to find strongholds easily. They were finally removed in the final release in 2011, when Minecraft went 1.0. Piglins are quite possibly the creation of pillagers. Armed with weapons from the overworld, they rule kingdoms driven by their greed over gold, similar to the pillagers' obsession over emeralds. They were created through experimentation, where pillagers subjected pigs to lightning in an effort to create new super soldiers. These experiments failed, and they were banished to the Nether to create their own society. Some of the speculation actually comes from the Iceberg authors themselves though. I couldn't find anyone mentioning this on the web, but it is actually possible, considering that the Pillagers and the piglins both use crossbows and prefer very similar weapons. Minecraft used to have a feature in the settings allowing players to disable so-called snooper settings, which cut off telemetry, which is the automated collection of player data. In this case, telemetry could automatically transmit user information, data, and statistics back to Mojang. Since Minecraft version 18W20C, and after the Microsoft acquisition of the company, Mojang removed this option, forcing data collection to remain on, which sounds a bit like a Microsoft move if you ask me. Mushroom Islands are a rare, mutated biome full of mycelium, massive towering mushrooms, and corrupted cows dubbed mooshrooms. In our world powers utilize nuclear weapons on islands with no presence of human life in weapon tests, drenching the islands with fatally high levels of radioactive fallout. The nuclear fallout from these weapons tests in Minecraft could have mutated the cows that migrated to the island and corrupted the landscape with alien blocks and entities, kind of like Fallout. Who used these nukes? Well, the ancient civilization that got wiped out, of course. Minecraft sure has a lot of apocalypse theories. It's no wonder considering you're so alone in this world. In Minecraft Pocket Edition in 1.7.10, if you break lit netherrack, the fire remains floating in-game, where players can be caught on fire by walking into the invisible flames. This bug was obviously patched in the future. Minecraft EDU is an educational game developed by Teacher Gaming in 2011 that allowed students and teachers to use Minecraft in educational settings. In 2016, Mojang acquired Minecraft EDU from Teacher Gaming, and then produced Minecraft Education Edition, making Minecraft EDU obsolete. Minecraft EDU was basically normal Minecraft, but added several additional blocks, including mathematical equation blocks and more. Whenever a piglin takes a portal to the overworld, they become zombified, but that doesn't answer how they return to the Nether. They must have used the portals they arrived on in the overworld and damaged them before exiting back to the Nether to prevent anyone from following, thus allowing for zombified piglins to be found throughout the Nether. Either that, or whenever they returned in their previously used portals, maybe the elements and nature destroyed them over time. Cold and Oak. This is a rare bug from the early days of Minecraft Pocket Edition. It is the result of a spruce tree being spawned on the edge of a snow biome, which bugs it out and shapes it like a normal oak tree. This theory states that nautiluses are an extinct or rare species that were hunted to near extinction by humans for the use of their magical shells that give conduits power. This is explainable by the lack of living nautilus mobs, but their abundance of their shell items that you can find in-game. Those that remained alive were forced to evolve into a variety of creatures, including guardians, where their magical energy was channeled into deadly beams through evolution. Then there are silverfish, which evolved from nautiluses and moved into caves, and also endermites, which evolved from silverfish that fell into the end portal or were taken by endermen to the end. This has also resulted in an evolution into striders and phantoms, where endermites use their teleportation powers to translocate to alternate dimensions and adapt to alien ecosystems, taking their magical abilities with them. This all comes from a visual graphic made by a user on Reddit to complement this theory that they created. It's a very interesting theory and kinda cool to think about the ecosystem in this way. Oh, you've got to be joking me right now. Alright, so for a short time in 2012, players that selected the Afrikaans language option, which is a language spoken in South Africa and Namibia, would see this in place of the single player button in the start menu. Yeah, Mojang quickly fixed it and apologized, stating that the open-sourced language translation that Mojang was using for the game was tampered with by a prankster of some kind. All of Notch's old video uploads of Minecraft tests and pre-classic tests for Cave Game, which is what Minecraft was known as in very early builds, are strangely blocked in pretty much almost every country. In the US at least, I can't view a single one of the original videos, but re-uploads are available from other users. Why these videos are taken down is beyond me. It is up to y'all on why Notch censored all of his original videos on the development of the early days of Minecraft. Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like and a subscription so you can get notified on part 2 when it releases.